It's the King 5 High School Sports Blitz. Now, the #1 kicker in Bowling Green history, Paul SILVI.
Welcome to the High School Sports Blitz. You know, this is the week where I got an extra large from Bellevue Prep, and I swear I had to do some intermittent fasting to get into this thing this week, and I barely made it. As you can see on camera, it's a little tight, but we're going to suck it up for the next 30 or 40 minutes and get through this thing. So thank you to the Lions for helping us out tonight with a jersey. Let's get right to the action. A lot of playoffs to get to. There is a ton. 14 games, and from Lake Stevens to Lakewood, Tacoma to Tumwater, and down to Camas. We start in the heart of Seattle at Memorial Stadium. We'll start with Seattle and the 3A champs, the past two 3A champs, as a matter of fact, O'Day and KAMIAKIN. The Braves score the first touchdown of the game. Luis Castilla scores for a quick 7-0 lead. O'Day comes right back. Sean Mahoney breaks a few tackles and picks up big yardage to set up the game-tying touchdown. Irish keep it on the ground. Cameron Daniels motors in to lock it up at 7-7. O'Day goes to the air. Quarterback Monty Scott airs it out, drops it right in the hands of Andre Davis. Nice catch by Blake Fabry there to wrap him up for KAMIAKIN. The damage is done, though. The Irish keep the drive going and cap it off with another touchdown from Daniels. O'Day scores 49 unanswered points in this game. The big blow comes right here. Scott keeps it himself, makes a quick cut, and there's nothing but daylight. Picks up a nice block downfield from Davis, and that's all he needs. O'Day's offense in high gear tonight. The Irish win it 49-7. Bethel Braves taking the Seahawks of Peninsula. Buckle up, lots of touchdowns in this game. Peninsula quarterback Burt Griffin has been doing this all season long. There's no secret. He gets the edge. He hits the Jets. The Braves giving chase before Hunter Otto knocks him out of bounds. It leads to a Seahawks touchdown. Bethel goes to the air. Quarterback Will Latu fires the pass. Somehow Quincy Etienne makes the catch and takes off down the sidelines. Huge gain for the Braves, but they come up empty on this one. Back from the Seahawks, Braden Potter takes off up the middle. Patiently looks for some running room. He finds it, and he's off to the end zone. A little stiff arm coming up here, and he's in there. Bethel tries to keep pace. Nate Hughes at quarterback. He fires the pass right here, but he gets picked off by Chase Colson. He hauls it in for a big turnover for the Seahawks, and the Hawks take advantage. Griffin hits Chase Whitmer's quick pass, quick burst, quick touchdown. Peninsula wins it 55-34. The Seahawks will face O'Day in the next round. Apparently the Bellevue fans are waiting for the game in the Tacoma Dome to arrive. Wolverines hosting SNOHOMISH, and it's the Panthers on the board first. Tate Conover hits Tyler Messina, gone. Call it 69 yards. SNOHOMISH up 7-0. That's about all the Wolverines will stand for as they go to work from midfield. Giving it to Joby Schneider. He's headed for the house. Only one guy to beat, Schneider does it. Levels the game at 7-7. Wolverines keep up the ground attack, and they spread the wealth this time. It's Drew Fowler. You could drive an 18-wheeler through the hole. Fowler has daylight for 72 yards. 14-7 Bellevue. One more time. Alex Reed goes up the middle here, and he takes the hit, spins, and goes in. A lot more scoring after that. Bellevue goes on to win it 66-33. The Wolverines will now face the winner of the big game.
It's time for the King 5 Big Game.
Well, the vote always comes down to a pair of games in the end, and this week's it's Lakes and Yelm. Chris Egan claims this was the most exciting game he has seen in a decade, and after watching the highlights, Chris, I gotta believe that's a pretty darn accurate statement.
Well, I got to tell you what, Paul, you know, as I think about this, one of the most exciting games, I think, in over a decade. But since I just saw it tonight, this was definitely a thrilling game tonight. Lakes Lancers, they were the 5th seed. The Yelm Tornadoes were the 12th seed. Lancers were riding an 8-game winning streak. A lot of people thought Lakes was going to win this with ease and go on and face Bellevue. But, oh, my goodness, this Yelm Tornado team, they came to play tonight. The Lakes Lancers, they have been in the state playoffs 28 times. Meanwhile, the Yelm Tornadoes, this was their first state playoff appearance in 31 years. And with the game on the line tonight, well, they were playing more like playoff veterans.
The Tornadoes were ready to roll, but it's the Lancers who come out firing. Liam Bladow hits Philip Riley, and the Lancers are in the red zone. Tough break for Lakes here. Cameron Galkey thinks he has a touchdown, but it's ruled a fumble. Yelm grabs the momentum. Turnovers haunting Lakes in the first half. Benjamin Hoffman with the big interception, and then he is off to the races. Hoffman with the return. He is knocked down on the 5-yard line. Yelm would get a field goal, and they would lead it 3-0. Even Twister the Tornado was feeling good. Sorry, Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Looks like I made a friend with a tornado. Second quarter still, and after a nice punt return, Kyle Robinson calls his own number and scores. It's 9-0 Yelm at the half. Third quarter, and Lakes finally gets on the board. Bladow to Philip Riley. Touchdown Lancers, and we've got ourselves a game. 9-7 Yelm. Under a minute to play in the game. Still 9-7 Tornadoes. Lakes quarterback Bladow leaves with an injury. Backup quarterback Jaden Segara comes in. He scrambles, and how about the sophomore? Throws a 32-yard touchdown. Lakes now leads it 14-9 with just 41 seconds to play. Yelm has time, and Kyle Robinson responds. He rolls out, fires to the end zone. Austin OSSO with the catch of his life. Touchdown Tornadoes. That's your ball game. Yelm wins it 15-14.
It was almost heartbreaking, and then it was crazy. That was a crazy way to end it. The players rose to the occasion with 40 seconds left on the clock. It was so excited for the guys, man. They're having a hell of a time.
What an emotional night tonight out here at Harry Lang Stadium. Tears of joy on one sideline, tears of pain and frustration on the other one as the Lakes Lancers go down tonight to the Yelm Tornadoes. Now, Paul, I chatted with my Yelm historians tonight, and I mentioned that they've been in the state playoffs one other time 31 years ago. The year was 1987. You go back in the history books, the Yelm Tornadoes, they won their first round state playoff game that year. They beat the Monroe Bearcats 62-30. Oh, by the way, Paul, they got that victory right here at Harry Lang Stadium. Up next for the Yelm Tornadoes. Can their dream season continue, Paul? Who knows? Standing in their way, the mighty Bellevue Wolverines. This story is like a Disneyland movie, Paul, coming right into your TV screen. Let's send it back to you. And Paul, I got to tell you, we will have much more from this game coming up in about 15 minutes. We'll hear from the quarterback, the guy that caught the game-winning touchdown, and the center who celebrated a birthday tonight in style. That's all in about 15 minutes time.
All right, looking forward to that. One of the cooler nicknames for sure in the mascot of the Tornadoes from Yelm. Thank you, Chris. We'll check back with you in just a few. And to enhance your high school viewing experience, it's the Big Game Replay. For those of you at the big game or fans who cannot be there, we're turning around the best plays from the game, and moments later you can see them on the King 5 Sports Twitter page. So don't forget to follow us on Twitter at King 5 Sports. All right, it's time for Alec the intern. Hey, should we walk over there, Ryan? Let's just test your camera skills for a minute, okay? Hey, you got the Woodinville jersey on. You feeling pretty good about your chances this year?
Oh yeah, I think they got a pretty good side of the bracket, so we'll see, how they do. I think they play tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're gonna send you out there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can wear your jersey to the game and shoot it. Maybe.
You'd be a star. All right, Alec the intern usually has a bunch of scores up here, but he's only got a few important games. So take it away. Yeah, I think it's because I got sent to Lake Stevens, so Tony was like, "Okay, we'll only give you 4 games instead." We'll start up here. Stillicum gets the win, 49-12 over Squim. Hawkinson, a 47-14 winner over Washington. Royal, a big winner, 41-0 over Riverside. And then lastly, Adna gets the 54-19 win over Concrete. All right, so 4 big games. Hey, Ryan, let's just push behind the wall here is Jen. She's working hard on the show. She only comes over when we do scores, and then oh, there it is. Oh, what a shock. She has a sign, too. Thank you, Jen. All right, it's time for the musical interlude part of the program.
1, 2, 3.
All right, the band of the week. We appreciate it from the Abes of Lincoln, who unfortunately their season ended tonight. Now, let's get some more games. Tony Black on hand tonight in Renton for SEHOME and Liberty.
Friday Night Lights has the Liberty Patriots playing host to the SEHOME Mariners, and look, I was trying to get a creative shot, and to be fair, I did. So as I casually pick up the camera off the ground, Ryan Kane says, "Hey Tony, eyes up here," because he's making a house call. Takes the opening kickoff all the way back for a touchdown. Patriots go up 7-0 early. But in the second, with the Patriots driving again, Sam Brown is going to keep it. And Jay Travier comes flying into your screen and puts a hat on the ball, and it is out. Mariners take over. Still in the second, Jacob Kaepernick's throw is going to be picked by Cameron McLaren, which sets the Patriots up with great field position. Brown will hand it off to Jacob Thorson, who fights in. Patriots take a 14-0 lead at the break. In the second half, with the Mariners at the goal line, Dylan Roberts takes the snap and he scores. Mariners down 7. It's still a game, but missed opportunities for SEHOME sees them fall short, 21-14.
Another close game there. All right, Black Hills taking on Burlington-Edison, and the Wolves come out on fire. Taylor Simmons with the touchdown run here. This kid had a big game. The Tigers can't much get going on the punt here. They have to get rid of the football. Here comes Simmons again, breaks a tackle right here, and takes off the other way. Like I said, this kid had a pretty big game tonight. He makes it happen there on a punt return. Black Hills goes to the air. Look at this play. Right into Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. That's Josh Rogers out there waiting for this football, and he's got it and wins the race to the pylon, and the Wolves start to pull away. Quarterback Jaden Coate throws down the sideline, and look at this catch by Ethan Lovelace. Seen this kid make a couple of great grabs this year. There's another one. 1 foot in, and he makes the diving grab. He's not done. They keep the drive going, everything working on offense, and Lovelace takes the handoff, and he is gone. Unfortunately for Burlington-Edison, it goes from bad to worse. This play here is ruled a lateral and a fumble and a touchdown. That's Lucas Johnson motoring in with the gift, and Black Hills wins it 48-8. North Kitsap and Fife over at Sunset Chev. The Vikings deep in the red zone, and Isaiah Kahana barrels over for the touchdown. 14-all in the third. Back on the Trojans, quarterback Gannon Guinness, a former King Player of the Week, sees the hole and heads for the zone. Touchdown Fife. They're up 21-14. Here comes North Kitsap. Look at this catch. Aiden Alsop goes up and over the defender. Oh, looks like a Player of the Week contender there, Joel. Tremendous catch, and he picks up nice yardage. They switch ends for the fourth quarter. Isaiah Kahana picks up another touchdown. Evens the game at 21. This one comes down to a kick. Gabriel Duenas knocks it through. Fife wins a thriller, 24-21. Next up for the Trojans, Black Hills. Here's a look at the 2A games on Saturday. The winners of the first two games will face off in the quarters. North Kitsap Fife will play the Ellensburg winner. Lots of great action still on Saturday. Can't get them all on Friday night, but we got a lot tonight. That's a look at that. Now let's take a look at this week's cheer squad. All right, more from Puyallup in just a minute as we get into the 4A bracket a little bit deeper. But, man, some excitement out of Snoqualmie today at North Bend. There was some excitement. Mount Si and Mount Vernon, a couple of high-powered offenses going out there, and Alex Rozier has the story.
Playoff football in Snoqualmie against Mount Vernon. Mount Si comes out running. Check out this opening return. Cole Nora takes it a long way past midfield on the opening kick, and the Wildcats started out exactly how they planned. The cheerleaders like it because on the second offensive play, Cale Millen connects with number 88, Jonathan Barrett, for the score. Barrett had a huge night. Mount Si leads 7-0. But this game was back and forth. Mount Vernon answered here. Seth Tercero, another stud, scored for the Bulldogs. It was 7-7. A nice crowd on hand from Mount Vernon, and they saw a great performance from their team. Riley Olmstead hands it off, or so I thought. He actually finds number 3, Carlos Garcia. Garcia gets in the end zone. Garcia, too, he had a big night. A but Millen always had an answer. Millen to Colby Botten for outside touchdown, and the battle continues. But after this score by Seth Tercero, Mount Vernon went up by 2 touchdowns. It was 38-24. But Mount Si somehow found a way to win this one. On 4th down, the final offensive play, Millen connects with Barrett again. The Wildcats, they win in dramatic fashion, 39-38. I'm Alex Rozier, King 5 Sports.
Incredible pass and a great play there. I want to see more of that action. Man, down to Sparks Stadium in Puyallup, the Vikings taking on the Wildcats of Eastmont. Some big plays in this game, nullified by costly penalties. Vikings quarterback Jacob Holcomb with a play fake, and he hits Cole and Cleek is in for a touchdown. Eastmont gets it going on offense. Quarterback Kaya Davilar hits Logan Easley. He makes a nice move after the catch, picks up some extra yards, but the drive stalls. They switch sides on the corner. The Vikings get a field goal. Carter Pierce hits it solid right through the upright. So always got to give the kicker some love on the program. Eastmont's offense struggled. Oh, look, it's another field goal. The Wildcats need a field goal from the kicker. They get one there. Eastmont gets on the board down 10-3. After another Vikings field goal, Corbin Keys fields the kickoff. Looks good until he runs into the cluster and fumbles the football, and the Vikings recover. Tough break for Eastmont. Puyallup able to capitalize on the turnover just a few plays later. Kyle Kramer races free. Puyallup wins it 45-10. The Vikings now face Mount Si. Michael Crow has more from Sparks Stadium.
Teammates are often called brothers.
Definitely a lot of fights, a lot of playtime.
Jacob Holcomb knows that better than most. He's the starting quarterback for Puyallup High, and Luke.
He does a great job. He's a great leader, and I'm proud of him.
Is his brother backup, and they hope next year starter.
Yeah, I hope so. That's the plan. We're trying.
But tonight they take the field together as the Vikings chase another championship. Competition, you could say, is in their blood.
In the family competitions, he always wins. It's kind of annoying.
As a parent, does it get any better? No, it doesn't. It's awesome.
And these stands are not new for Dad. Their older brother Nathaniel played here too before heading to college.
When Nathaniel was there, Jacob got the opportunity to play with his older brother and got to watch and learn. And I remember when we lost against Woodinville when Nathaniel was a senior and Jacob coming out of the locker room crying, saying he was going to miss playing with his older brother. It was a great moment, great family moment.
But this is not the first series of brothers to lead the Vikings. In the trophy case, you'll find Brock Heward's jersey. Before he made it to the Seahawks, he and his brothers Damon and Luke wore these colors.
All three of them, they got pretty competitive.
Jim Clifton knows. He coached them.
Just awesome kids, and they just love to play.
But the Holcomb boys are not trying to be the Hewards.
Here we go, run!
They just want to add some hardware to this case.
I'll bring back, Puyallup football and, try and bring back a state championship to where it belongs.
Because when they win, they'll do it together. And isn't that what a family does?
The whole team's our family. That's what I'm saying, yeah. Like Phil said.
Michael Crow, King 5 News.
Like it, thank you, Michael. Now we head up north, where it's a battle between the Vikings of Lake Stevens and the Vikings of Curtis. Lake Stevens looking to get some home cooking going early. But it's Curtis who gets on the board first. Quarterback Kyle Russell on 4th down to Zach Paulson. Great grab to convert for Curtis. Following possession, Stevens, Trey Long, short over the middle, finds Ian Hansen, who doesn't need a lot of room to get the distance. He goes to the house, a great catch. Ties the game. Next possession, it's Curtis. This time, breaking in the end zone. Adrian St. Germain takes the pitch from Russell, and he's in. Our intern gets out of the way just in time. This game turned into a track meet as Long looks long and finds Casey Kitchen, a former player of the week, who makes an incredible grab. And then we continue, sets up this trickery. Tom Lewis gets the direct snap. Almost untouched into the end zone. Next drive, Curtis, though, ends in another touchdown. This time, Russell finds Christian Negrete, and he's in. However, the home team, Lake Stevens, gets the last laugh. Long, rolling to his right, throws across his body here to a wide-open Drew Carter, who breaks some tackle, picks up a few blocks, and then he outruns the rest for the leading scorer. This one, bounces back and forth a few times. Stevens ultimately wins out 56-42. They'll take on either Graham Kapowson or Meade. Skyline heading to South to take on Union, and it wasn't a friendly trip. Union's Lincoln Victor gonna call his own number here. Ladies and gentlemen, no one gonna stop this young fella. He takes it all the way to the promised land. Later on, Victor goes to the air as he finds Tyler Summers for 6. Skyline season comes to an end as Union brings it all tonight on offense, winning it 50-10. Here are the rest of the 4A games slated for Saturday. Stevens will face Graham Kapowson winner. The winner of the middle 2 games will meet the quarters. And the Bethel win gets number 1 Union. So Bethel winner gets number 1 Union. All right, it's time for the Player of the Week.
It's time for our Player of the Week.
All right, this week it is Woodinville's very own Noah Stifle. We're going to give it to Alec because Woodinville, the Falcons, are going to play their playoff game tomorrow against Skyview at Pop Keeney Stadium. They kick it off at 4 o'clock. Again, a lot to look forward to. That's his alma mater. So he's got the jersey on. He's ready to go. He's ready to cheer on his Falcons. Take us to the Player of the Week.
All right, so the Falcons quarterback Stifle threw for 220 yards and 5 touchdowns with no interceptions. After helping Woodinville upset Mount Si for the King Code District Crown 2 weeks ago, Stifle led the charge against Federal Way to give the Falcons a big win last week.
Our whole offense helped me out. We have a very talented offensive line, very talented and athletic receivers, and we just practiced all week and it paid off.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier, I think he has just really been improving throughout the season, and he's a kid who has confidence in himself, and, you know, if something happens, mistakes happen, it's not going to derail him from where he's going, and he's pretty locked in right now, and, you know, once he got going on Friday, he looked good out there.
Congrats to Stifle. Chris Peterson on hand to watch Lake Washington take on Eastside Catholic tonight. Crusaders on the drive. Michael Franklin hands to Sam Adams, rumbling and bumbling. There it is again. Smooth as a lager. What are you doing? I get it. I see what you did there. Sam Adams, smooth as a lager, into the end zone. Eastside Catholic up 14-0. Crusaders drive again. Franklin hits DJ Rogers. He's in for pay dirt. Eastside Catholic goes on to win it 42-12. Mount Spokane on the road to face Timberline. They say special teams play is always key, but the Blazers returner did not get the message. Muffs it, and the Wildcats recover. Mount Spokane's ensuing drive. Brady Hill keeps it on the zone read, and he pays the price as Jamin Logo brings the smackdown. Wildcats drive, stalls. Timberline now with the ball. Hunter Campow chucks it deep. He finds Max Onise, who makes the nice catch. That sets up Campow for the keeper. And Campow keeps it himself, takes it in for 6. Wildcats get the ball back, and they're back on the drive. Here comes Hill, looking to chuck this one up to Isaac Adams. And he finds Adams, but he gets tracked down by J.J. Graham. Huge play, great touchdown saving tackle. Blazers defense comes up big as the Wildcats turn it over on downs. This one goes to Stanton Hayes. Timberline holds off Mount Spokane. Another good one, 22-20. Rainier Beach in Lincoln. Vikings quarterback Trey Morris to Xavier Burton. The big fella gets the rock, turns it upfield. Oh, it's like a freight train running people over. Look at him go. Finally gets dragged down. Huge pickup there. Samoy Sock takes the touchdown catch here. And Beach scoring in a very low-scoring game. Jediah Hayes trying to get something done for the Abes. Takes the handoff. It's a nice run here, but Lincoln can't get anything done, and they got to give it up on downs. Morris to Ascari Davis. The touchdown here, and it goes another Play of the Week contender. Great catch as he's almost fallen down, and he's gone. Beach wins it 14-7. All the 3A games were played tonight, except for one. Squalicum and Mountain View will go Saturday in Vancouver. This winner will face Rainier Beach. Plays of the week still to come, but it's time to return to the big game. And our friend Chris Egan out there, who saw a great one that came down to the final seconds between Yelm and Lakes. Chris, what else you got for us?
Paul, I just Googled the term instant classic, and they've now put the Yelm Tornado Lakes Lancer game under that headline. Yelm wins tonight 15-14. It was their first state football playoff appearance in 31 years. To set the scene for you, under a minute to go in this game, Yelm leads it 9-7. Lakes' starting quarterback hit hard. He leaves the game with an injury. They bring in their backup quarterback. Lake's backup quarterback on his first play rolls right, looks like he's going to run, and then throws it deep into the end zone. 32-yard touchdown. So it's Lakes taking a 14-9 lead with about 40 seconds to go. Yelm gets the ball back. They march down the field, and it's Mr. Robinson, Kyle Robinson, the quarterback from Yelm, who throws a 38-yard touchdown to Austin Osso, the game winner. Yelm moves on, and here they are, the heroes from tonight's big game.
Most crazy game I've ever played with. I mean, I started out slow, but the defense was doing really well. That last play of the game there was huge for us. I mean, I've never been more excited in my life. That was awesome.
Take me through that play, and when you saw him haul it in and he lands in the end zone and makes the catch. I
was supposed to roll out to the right, then I had to make a play. I led it up to him. He made the catch, and that was just the best feeling ever.
How hard was this game? You've got it all named. Their quarterback goes down. They bring in a backup. He throws a touchdown. Then, what's the emotions on the sidelines? You're like, we're fine. We got time.
We were up, and then they kind of scored it there at the end. Kind of brought us down a little bit. But that was my job as the quarterback leader of the team, bring us up, and then we got to score a touchdown at the end to win. So it's pretty cool.
Can you even put this into words tonight? This win tonight?
I mean, no, we're not really no, not really. There's nothing much to say. This is just unbelievable.
They scored a touchdown under a minute to go. Yeah, you guys had led the whole game. It looks like they've grabbed momentum. There was never a doubt, though, on that sidelines over there. Tell me about that.
Oh, just we're keeping all the team ready, keeping them fighting to the last second. I told Kyle from the beginning of the game, slow down, keep your momentum, let's go. We got this, and he showed up at the last second and did what we needed to do.
Take me through the game-winning touchdown.
I mean, play was totally opposite side of the field. I was meant to block, and I look back and I see Kyle scrambling out. So I did all I can do is just run down the field and did what we did.
Not a lot of kids make game-winning touchdowns like that. What is going through your mind as the ball is in the air and it's going into your hands? What's going through your mind?
Oh, just get that ball in my hands and then lay in the end zone. Get this last dub. Let's go.
And when you were laying in the end zone, you realized the ball was in your hands?
Oh, yeah. After I knew I caught that, I knew it was game. We had it from there.
And then there's nothing sweeter. There's nothing sweeter than a win like this.
Nothing sweeter. No, trust me, that's really sweet.
Is this the best birthday gift ever for you tonight?
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. It really is. It's one thing to play on my birthday. And then it's another to go out and win a state playoff game, that first thing in Yelm history, and then plus on my birthday. It's too much for me to explain. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, I love the offensive lineman. Hunter celebrating his birthday. You see the receivers, the quarterbacks, they're getting Gatorade and protein bars and bananas after the game. Hunter, he's eating his own cake. He's got his own cake, Paul, right after the game. So congratulations to Hunter. Congratulations to Yelm. My heart goes out to Dave Miller and his Lakes Lancers. One heck of a team, league champs. They won 8 in a row. Dave Miller will have that team back and ready to go next year. Paul, I love to give my shout out, so I'm going to give them right now. Michael Graham, brother-in-law, city manager of Yelm. Big party tonight in Yelm. Brandon Bakke, principal of FIFE High School. He was injured, Paul, during an assembly 2 weeks ago. Somehow he's recovered, and he's got that FIFE Trojans team playing some great football down there in FIFE. And last but not least, Dave White, Paul. Dave White, photographer extraordinaire at King 5. He's getting my Washington State Cougar Ball of the Night award.
Oh, yeah.
Dave White spent 3 hours in traffic to get down here to Harry Lang Stadium. He got here in time for our 5 o'clock live shot. And he also, by the way, gets one of the best games we've seen in a decade. Dave, congratulations.
That was fun, and this is an awesome little...
There you go. All right, you want to send it back to Paul, Dave?
Paul, we're sending it back to you.
Wow.
All right, take it away, Paul.
All right, what a pair there. Thank you, Chris. I didn't know that was going to be a thing where we hand out the Cougars football of the week. All right, thank you. Let's move on. All right, I wanted to ask him how a guy gets hurt in an assembly, too. All right, to your pictures. We want to see what's going on at your games. You can send us your pictures via Twitter or Instagram. Some great pics all season long. We got one show left and a lot of great football to be played. You can hashtag K5 Blitz at those pictures whenever you can. All right, the plays of the week are up next. First, it's a trip down to Bethel. You know, the blue train left the station early today to get ready with Jordan Wilkerson and the morning pep rally. Here they are.
Good morning from Bothell High School. All right, you're looking at the Spirit Crew guys over here. They really came out to show their support. We are fired up. Let's get fired up. So I'm actually going to join the football team. Hey guys, are you guys fired up?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna be a Bothell Coot. I wanna be a Bothell Coot. I wanna wear that blue and white. I wanna wear that blue and white. I wanna be a state champion. I wanna be a state champion. I can wait till Friday night. I can wait till Friday night.
Good luck, guys.
If we could just get just some of those kids, some of the staff, even Jordan Wilkerson to come in here on a Friday night to do something. Even the mascots, you know, come in there and help us have some fun here in the studio. You guys get to have all that fun. Although I'll tell you what, getting up that early in the morning and showing that kind of energy, that takes something for sure. So a lot of great games tonight. Some games are set up for next week already. We saw some great action. You know, this is the time where I want to take you through the scores one more time, just in case you're joining us. So let's get through these real quick. Normally I have Alec, the intern, do it, but he's off having a hot dog. Steilacoom over Sequim, 49-12 today. Washington loses to Hawkinson, 47-14. Hawkinson's got a good program down there. Royal over Riverside, 41-0. And finally, Adna over Concrete, 54-19. So a little extra scoreboard action. Again, we got some good games tomorrow. Woodinville and Skyview at Pop Keeney. Got Bothell there, as you saw. The Cougs were all fired up for their deal. So I'm going to take you back over here because you may notice that I'm giving you a quick tour of this. Look at the pretty cool stuff we have. Ryan doing a nice job. Can you turn the camera on you, Ryan? Is that something that you can try and do? That's Ryan, everybody. Sweet. Top of the head and everything. All right, that was good. All right. Hey, how you doing, Alec? You all right?
Good, yeah.
Stay with us. We're looking for the top 5 plays of the week. Alec doesn't have them, but, you know, we've given the Falcons a lot of pub. By the way, the Falcons defense, we gave the player of the week to Stifle, Noah Stifle, who deserved it for sure. But you have a chance to watch the Falcons play. They do a nice job on offense, very efficient. But defensively, they get it done. They handled Mount Si in a very rainy game and got it done. Wayne Maxwell, the head coach at Woodinville, tremendous defensive coach, and it shows, and that's why they're as deep as they are
you could
in
say
the playoffs.
Stifling.
Oh, stifling defense. That's why we hired this kid. He's making $6.50 an hour, and he comes up with lines like that. It's amazing. Joel, how are we doing here?
Just wrapping it up, Paul, here.
You know, normally and I don't want to put any pressure on you, but normally you try to do, what do you got there?
Got
a note?
11 top plays, and we have to whittle it down to 5.
You got 11 plays tonight?
Yeah, 11 great plays.
Okay, so
but only 5 of them are going to make it.
Okay. All right,
right
so I'm hearing that 5 and 4 are still not filed. Is that true? See, this we're making you guys. This is what we call stretching in the business. I've given Joel 3.5 minutes extra to get that done. And typically, 5 is in there. Is 4 going in? Yeah. All right. That means the show's almost over, folks. All right, let's get to. Can we get to number 5? Come on, we're on the 11th show here. Is this your first? All right, let's get going. Number 5. It doesn't matter. We love big defensive plays. This is number 4, the big defensive play. We're going backwards. It's Black Hills delivering. Lucas Johnson with the heads-up play. Picks up the fumble. Oh, no. That's the wrong one. That's number 4. Okay, I think we're going to be going back. That was number 4. Bethel quarterback Nate Hughes to Puka Sokimi. I believe another former King player of the week. All right, let's go to number 3. So let's keep moving. Joel will catch up. Mount Si comes back from 14 down to the 4th. On 4th and goal, they get a big play out of quarterback Cal Millen. It's a beautiful pass. Drops it right into the hands of Jonathan Barrett. What a catch, giving Mount Si the eventual game-winning touchdown. This is a clutch play. Number 3, if you're keeping track at home, you help Joel out. It's the senior's 3rd touchdown of the game, and it's a big one. Mount Si completes the comeback and wins it to move on against Mount Vernon. Number 2, starting quarterback Liam Bladow goes down with an injury for Lakes just a few plays before this one. Final minute of the game, Jaden Segarra comes in. Looks like a scramble, and then he finds Deshaun Wayne for the go-ahead score with 37 seconds left. Got to see the replay to appreciate. He throws across his body on target to Wayne. The senior makes the catch for the lead, but the Tornadoes of Yelm come back to win it. Number 1, spoiler for number 2. Yelm's final chance. Cody Gifford takes the middle screen, heads up play, and gets out of bounds to set up the final play of the game. Gives the Tornadoes a chance. Kyle Robinson is a magician on the run. Spots Austin Osso. Another beautiful pass. And the senior hauls it in. That ball must have seemed like it hung up there forever. Pressure pass. More pressure on the catch with a defender in his face. And just like Cigar, Robinson makes the spectacular throw. Osso is so great with the game-winning catch. But it took you an extra half hour to come up with that, Knip. All right, that was our top play of the week. Is that it? Are we just not going to see 5?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Tony says you're shutting you down. What was number 5?
It was the Black Hills touchdown return.
All right.
By Lucas Johnson.
Lucas Johnson, you got number 5. We saw you early in the game. I'm just giving you an extra shout out. If you have any problems with that, you can tell Joel Knip that he blew it tonight. He should have put it in there and he blew it. All right, that's going to do it. So we'll be back. That was week 11. Week 12 is our final week here on the Blitz. And quite honestly, I don't know how much more we can do because everything's starting to fall apart at the seams. Remember to check out the 5th quarter. We'll be coming to you from Los Angeles, the Coliseum, as the Seahawks take on the Rams. A lot to get to in that one. Hopefully a very high-scoring game and a fun game to cover, and hopefully a Seahawks win to make everybody's day, including me, a little bit easier when we talk about the game afterwards. So here's some Instagram action. Congrats to the winners tonight. For the losers and the guys who came up on the short end, still another season, plenty left with football next season. And if you got this far, you had a heck of a season anyway. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Friday Night Lights postseason edition. Mount Si and Mount Vernon playing at Mount Si High School. We'll have you covered. It's your Instagram game of the week. Got a good ball game at Mount Si High School. Cale Millen is leading the way here, 17-14. Mount Si has the lead right now, but it has been back and forth all night. This is going to be one heck of a football game. 3:29 left in the half. 31-24, Mount Vernon has the lead over Mount Si. It's been a back-and-forth battle, but Mount Vernon now has the football. They are driving a break in the action with 6:28 to play in this football game. But a good football game right here. 2:37 remaining in Snoqualmie. Mount Si trails by 6. They're going to get the football back. Mount Vernon right now with the lead, 38-32. 2:37 remains. 1:25 remains. Cale Millen trying to lead Mount Si to a victory. They are on the 30-yard line. We have 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Mount Vernon leads 38-32. Mount Si has one chance left. It is 4th and 8. One play. Who's going to move on? Who's going home? We'll find out in seconds. Mount Si just tied it up. On 4th down, Cale Millen found the end zone. They got a kick that will win this football game.